Hello everyone and welcome to another Thomas video. So today we're going to be taking a look at mono green Woodland deck in Thomas format. So last time I ran into an opponent that was playing this card called Treasure's Insight, which gave me the idea to build this deck. So what's really cool about this Treasure's Insight is the fact that this is an enchantment. This works very similarly to Malevolent Rumble and Cash Grab in that you mill 4 cards and put an artifact, creature, or a land to your hand. So it's not as good as Cash Grab or Malevolent Rumble because it doesn't grab any permanent. However, artifact, creature, and a land are really the only cards that we care about. On top of that, because this is an enchantment, which means when you cast things like Malevolent Rumble or Cash Grab, you can grab a Treasure's Insight, which is absolutely huge. A lot of times when you cast Malevolent Rumble or Cash Grab, and then you reveal that you just milled a bunch of Malevolent Rumbles or Cash Grab, like that can be pretty bad. But because the Treasure's Insight is an enchantment, the fact that you can mill this thing and then grab it with the other mill cards is actually pretty huge. And not to mention, this is an enchantment, which means that it's going to fuel for the Shifting Woodland. So if you look at our card types, we have 10 creatures, 5 instant speeds, 5 sorcery cards, and then 14 artifacts, 4 enchantments, 4 planeswalkers, and 18 lands. So that's going to be 7 different card types, which otherwise could have been a 6. And this also allows you to play mono green instead of splashing another color for an enchantment. And of course, our win condition is going to be our Shifting Woodland into any of our creatures here, either the Breaker of Creation that you can just attack with, or you can even become Emrakul, which you can deal 13 damage in the air. Otherwise, the Shifting Woodland is going to become the Gothpharaoh's Gift, which can actually exile the Ulamog, giving it 10 counters. So hence that, I'm going to be hopping over to some Thomas Special 3 to show you guys what that does. So let's hop over. Yeah, I can still find, if I can find the Ugin's Lab with this, that'd be actually really nice. Shifting Woodland. I think I grab a Sowing Michael spawn. I think I'll start with the Chalice. It sticks. I'm gonna assume opponent doesn't have a counter spell then. Because that would have definitely gotten countered, in my opinion. Because now they can't, you know, play Brainstorm, like any of that sort. I shouldn't have played the Forest, by the way. Okay. That sticks. Probably just want to ramp. Lair of Denial. If I can draw a land, I can play my Gothpharaoh's Gift. So I think they're gonna go for Treasure Cruise here. 7 cards. Yep. I'll go for the Gothpharaoh's Gift because I don't mind the Gothpharaoh's Gift going to the graveyard. Wow. Okay, now if we draw like Shifting Woodland, that's really good. So that's actually not good. Like the fact that they have a Flame of Anors. Surprised the card's stuck. I'm gonna hold on to this. I mean, their hands must be really bad if they did that. So they had a Flare of Denial. Is it sowing Myco Spawn? Darn. Okay, so they have a Flare of Denial. But they do have to sacrifice their only wizard. That's stuck somehow.
Welcome all assistance.
I mean, they have to counter this, right? Okay. I don't know why they decided not to use it. They really wanted to get value out of it. No, I wanted to see their deck. I forgot. Whoops. I don't think they had a Blood Moon in the main. Eldrazi. So... how much mana do I have? I don't think blowing up their land really matters too much. I'll just do this. I'll grab Shifting Woodland.
Innovation is our advantage.
There's an artifact already. What do we get? One ring? I think I wait on this one ring. Until I have like another one. So I can get through their counter spells. So 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we can even cast Emrakul next turn. Although I believe they're just going to use the Flare of Denial there. So maybe I should have actually played the One Ring. This is also a 10 mana card. I mean, they have to counter this, and then we get it back with the God Pharaoh's Gift. Or should I just have it in there? Also, they have an Unholy Heat, so... sorcery, land, instant speed. They currently don't have a creature, but if they block with this, they can Oh no, Unholy Heat doesn't even work because of a Chalice. Right. So I think making this into a creature actually
I will guide
probably gonna be safe.
fate.
Okay. So I do want Force of Vigor in this matchup because of a Blood Moon. And another copy of Boseiju. Chalice is good, but they play Flame of Anor. Yeah, they play Flame of Anor. Maybe instead of a Chalice, we have a Veil of Summer. And since we're bringing in Veil of Summer, let's go down on Cash Grab since we have a lot of instant speed. Yeah, that's gonna be what I'm gonna do here. Okay, we have a Mox. We have a pretty strong start. Do I want this Emrakul? I think I do because right now I currently don't have any like 7 mana card for the Ugin's Binding if I get it. So which is better? I mean, technically, Malevolent Rumble is just a better card, right? Ooh, no land. We missed a land. That's really, really bad. But, we milled 4 cards. So hopefully we get a land next turn. No land. That's pretty unfortunate. Because if this gets countered... How is there no land in top 9 cards? Excuse me? Excuse me? You're not allowed to do that. You are not allowed to do that. Ten cards. How is that possible? What? This is known information, so... That's crazy. I mean, I don't know what to say. Like, we just got bamboozled by our own deck. We got absolutely bamboozled by our own freaking deck, man. I mean, luckily this sowing Myco spawn's doing a lot of work. Like, it's doing so much work, by the way. It is doing so much work. Like, my god. Wow. Another Flame of Anor. Another Flame of Banor. Well, let's hope they never draw a Blood Moon. Considering we had a, rather slow start. Because we got kind of bricked on land. We're doing okay. We are doing okay. We are doing absolutely fine. What a card. And that is why we're playing Breaker of Creation, ladies and gentlemen. The card is absolutely busted. Yeah. What a card. Nope. Unfortunately, yes. Okay, so we're playing against a Mardu energy. Card. Ooh. Orcish Bowmaster. Regret not picking up a land. Right? Regret not picking up a land.
Nothing is more important than family.
Or just get it anyways. How do I deal with that Orcish Bowmaster? How do I deal with that Orcish Bowmaster, man? I need to mill cards, but we're so far from it. Maybe I should have used the One Ring at the opponent's end step, but I was afraid of another Bowmaster coming down. But I'm not sure which one's actually better, right? Opponent having a Johnny or another Orcish Bowmaster coming down. They're both bad. Season Pyro. Wow. Wow. That's kind of crazy.
Our pride must fight together!
I mean, I don't know, like, am I dead? Okay. Might be dead. Yeah. No. We didn't get anything. We weren't able to mill anything, huh? Pretty unfortunate. Well, I do think we would have won this game if the Orcish Bowmaster wasn't there. Feels bad, man. I'll have a Force of Vigor. And another copy of a Boseiju. So, oh man, this Disruptor Flute has been kind of bad. It's so expensive. Like I can't just go Karn into Pithing Needle. It's been pretty bad, honestly. Haven't been enjoying it too much. Guide of Souls. Chalice? Isn't Chalice like too late already? I think I just want land. And then just go straight into One Ring. Okay, now I regret it. Since they have also the Pride there. Channel. Okay, that's pretty hot. That is pretty hot. A Johnny. If that's the only thing coming out here, we win the game. Okay, we go to next game. It's just so funny when that happens. You know? What a sight, right? What a sight. We might be able to play this Treasure's Insight next turn. Since we're on the draw. Like that. I'll grab a land. If I can get another green colored card, we can go One Ring next turn, which might be pretty huge. Or an Ugin's Binding. I mean, Ugin's Lab. Either one of them will work.
Nothing is more important than family.
Okay, we got none of that. Feels a little bit bad. Yep, that's not good. The fact that we couldn't actually play the One Ring there was very, very bad.
Innovation is our advantage.
We're taking 4 here. I can't believe they play this.
Cells everywhere.
I feel like a lot of people are playing cards or basically just copying modern decks. Like it works in modern, but not quite in this format. We're so far away from comboing. Like we need to draw like Malevolent Rumble or something. So I can't play Cash Grab because it's going to make the One Ring cost more. We're so far away from comboing. This is actually crazy. Yeah, we're gonna need a miracle. Like, we're gonna have to chain One Rings together for so long. Also, the fact that they drew another Damping Sphere doesn't help either. I don't think there's a way to win this game. They just made too many tokens, right? All 3 of my One Rings are gone, so... Like, even if I do make the Ulamog attack, because they just have so many tokens, it won't matter. Unfortunately. Maybe I should have mulliganed for Chalice. I'm just not drawing anything. Yeah, we do have a God Pharaoh's Gift, which is gonna make the Ulamog attack for, you know. But they just have too many cards to sacrifice, so it won't matter. GG's. It just took too long. Everything just took too long. Maybe I should have mulliganed for Chalice. Okay. Another land, or I'll grab this. Sure. Is this show and tell? If then my hand is kind of slow. My hand is so slow. Yeah, it's a show and tell. Ripperino. So they have a show and tell in hand as well. Which is like, oof. Nasty. Nasty, nasty, nasty. Well, let's hope they don't have a land to play the show and tell here. That'd be nice. Or, you know, their show and tell target. That would also be nice. But it seems like they got it. Ripperino. That was the curse of going second. Well. Yeah, I'll keep this one. I think this has, this is decently promising. We can go pretty fast, one ring if I can, you know, get another green card or something like that. So I can go like one ring here. They did a mulligan. So they play Thoughtseize. Do I need Veil of Summer in this matchup? They also have a Surgical. Interesting. If I can find a Karn here, that'd be nice. No Karns. Two, three, four, five. Another Ugin's Labyrinth. Okay. Yeah, if I had a Karn here, that would have been actually sick. So we know the opponent has a Surgical, which is kind of bad. We'll go Chrome Mox first. Let's try to blow up one of their land, but I'm not even sure if that's actually that great. But we'll see. Mana drain. Opponent? I guess they didn't have anything. Fair enough. So, it does seem like we want the Veil of Summer then. It does seem like we want Veil of Summer. But how many though? Maybe I'll take 3? The thing is, like, this can be so dead at times. Like they play Thoughtseize, they play Mana Drain. I'm not sure. Should I have a Veil of Summer? Let's try it. I mean, that's a lot of, like... That's a lot of hate cards. I'm gonna try keeping it. This might be wrong. Yeah, this might be wrong. I don't know. Because this is such a slow start. Like, we just have a bunch of, you know... Okay, I mean, we did get Malevolent Rumble there, which is kind of sick. Karn? Might be able to play Karn. Okay, we need another land. We're gonna need another land. Wow, this hand's like pretty crazy bad. The fact that they, you know, put a mana drain there probably means that they have another mana drain in hand. I need another green card or another land. Can I see another land or another green card? Come on. My hand is so awful. Drawing Ulomogs and Gothpharaoh's Gift like that. Okay, nice. Pretty huge.
I stopped one Phyrexian invasion. I can stop. We can do this. We must.
So, I can minus. I feel like I might want to grab a Tormod's Crypt. Yeah, I'm gonna grab a Tormod's Crypt and then blow up their graveyard. Oh man, this is a nail biter. The thing is, they might not have a Veil of Summer because we are mono green. Okay, so 3, 4. Oh, we have a Breaker of Creation there. Oh man, that is a sweet win. We're playing against Loris. Interesting. Oh man. I wanted that. Okay, so that's stuck. We didn't get a land, which kind of sucks. I can go Chalice for 1, but we might just want to ramp. And we pass. Him to the ages. Why do you play this? What? Okay, I'm a little bit upset by this outcome. Why do you play that? The opponent has a Flare of Denial 100%, apparently. They don't? My bad, I guess. We could have landed the one ring. I didn't know. I mean, how would I know? There's no way I would have known that. Oh my god. I'm so sad. Okay. No. We go one ring. That sticks. We know, since they didn't have a flare last turn. Okay, it's almost closing time. We just need one more green land and we're good. They even play Unearth. Does not wait on the Mishra's Bauble. This has to be an Orcish Bowmaster, if I've ever seen one. It is not an Orcish Bowmaster. Also, where's my land? Play the Dredger's Insight first. Give me a green land. Perfect. Dig through time. Dig through time. Okay. So I'm hoping next turn we win the game. Right? Yeah, we find the green source. And we win the game. There it is. Wait, am I missing one more? I think I'm actually missing one more land. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can't actually do it right now. Whoa. That's actually kind of awkward. I'll go Dredger's Insight again to gain back some life. Chalice for 1. I already played a land. Gain 2 life. Really nice. This is actually really nice. Like, the fact that we're gaining life is so crazy good. Nope. So, I mean, I guess maybe the reason why they're staying is because, oh no, their Kolaghan's command was exiled. I mean, there's no way they play another Kolaghan's command, right? I mean, I just refuse to believe it, right? There's just no way. Dredger's Insight. So cool. The life gain is so sick. Okay, we'll have Veil of Summer instead of a Chalice. Yeah, the fact that they even play Kolaghan's command, I do think Veil of Summer is gonna be pretty nice. They're probably gonna have a lot of discard spells, so we'll have a Veil of Summer, and I'll have a Boseiju. Go down on a copy, go down on cash grab. Boom. Well, now they know I have Veil of Summer, by the way, because that's how it works. Pass the turn again. I'll go Dredger's Insight. A null. I'm waiting for the Veil on like maybe the Karn or something else. These are pretty bad draws. I can't believe they're playing Onol, by the way. Cleansing Wildfire. You know what sucks? The fact that we drew 4 forests, by the way. I mean, we do have 3 more copies of forest, but that's pretty unlucky. So now we just need 1 land, right? If I can find one land, I can go Karn here. Or I can just go Karn. Never mind. That's pretty unlucky, right? Maybe they'll have like annul again. No, they even play Consign. So this is my second opponent today that have Consign to Memory in the sideboard. Despite the card just being absolutely bad. Like, the card is only good against things like Eldrazi's or decks like ours. Otherwise, the card is just absolutely terrible in this metagame. Like, I just don't understand why they have Consign in their sideboard. Like, how can you have a Consign in a sideboard? I just don't understand. We're drawing absolutely poorly. And they even play things like annul. Like, I don't know what's going on there on opponent's side. Like, really annul? Maybe I do want... Chalice then? I don't know. Their sideboard cards are so well tuned versus us. Having things like annul and consign to memory. It's pretty wild that they have those cards in the sideboard. It is pretty wild. Let me tell you. I think the Sowing Myco spawn needs to show up. Like, this is probably the most MVP. Well, we do have ourselves turn 1 Chalice. Which is very, very strong. Now we just need, like, land. If I can find another land here, it would be insane. Very nice. Yeah, what are these matchups? Like, how did we play, like, this session? Like, 2 times. Like, with Flame of the North. Like, this is crazy. How does that even happen? I don't even know. How does that even happen? Like, they have so many artifact removals. Like land destructions, whatnot. I just don't get it. Can we just keep getting sewing micro spawn? I haven't seen something like this in such a long time, and to tell me like I'm seeing this back to back like this, like I just don't get it. I mean, I think I'm just gonna attack. With what we got. No way. I mean, I don't know what to say. Like, they were prepared for this matchup, I guess. They were seeing too much of this deck. Like, were they really scared of this matchup? I don't know. I'll still play this God Pharaoh's Gift because I can, you know, shifting Woodland to it. I don't... What am I supposed to say to opponent that is playing a null in the sideboard? Like, what am I supposed to say to that? Like, you can't make this up. This is crazy. How do I beat an opponent that is playing on a null? Like, it's supposedly the best card in this format. I can't beat that. Yeah, I can't beat on an all opponent. Like, that's too powerful. It's too powerful for Timeless. Oh my god. Okay, maybe there's a future. Maybe there's a future. Target player discards a card. So maybe I can go like Snapcaster Mage. Surgical. Cast the Surgical on their him. Now they have to get rid of all their him. And I'll play the Kolaghan's Command to deal 2 damage and then discard a card. I'll discard the Flusterstorm. I mean, that's as good as it can get, honestly. Let's also play... Oh, maybe I shouldn't have actually play the land there. Because now they can play the Loris if they tap correctly. Oh, perfect. Lay the Karn.
I am Khan. Sleeper agents walk among us. Be careful who you trust. I will guide Dominaria's fate.
And I should probably get 1 ring. Or should I get Tormod's Crypt? Tormod's Crypt. I think I have to get Tormod's Crypt here. Nice. Okay, so it was a Lauren revealed. Okay, so they're gonna live for another turn. Drain. Two mana cards. Once upon a time.
I welcome all assistance.
Ugin's Lab. Another Ugin's Lab. So, if I attack, they're just gonna block with the trainer and then play the Loris. Then play the trainer again. Really close game. They should have attacked with both. I don't know what they're doing. Why did they do that? Seems like a mistake. So we need another shifting woodland somehow. Okay, sowing Myco spawn. That's actually pretty huge. That is pretty huge. Into a shifting woodland. We'll get rid of a sewer. Grab another Shifting Woodland, just in case.
We can do this. We must.
Okay, we won. GG's. The way this is tapping. Holy crap, how did we win that? Against the deck that has just full of hate versus us. Alright, so we took a look at this deck today. So I don't know what's going on in the ladder because as soon as I tried this deck, first opponent, main deck Surgical, which got cut out only because I misplayed, by the way. And it was a pretty critical misplay. I just, played the Chalice, accidentally pitched a Haywire Might thinking that I would be able to play it. So that's why it wasn't there, because it was such a big punt that I don't think it belongs in the video. But my opponent had main deck Surgicals, had, for some reason, another player with a Consigned to Memory. So today I played 5 games. We saw 3 opponents with Consigned to Memories in the sideboard, which doesn't really make sense because I have not seen this card in maybe like 2 months. And you're telling me the moment I play this deck, I see like 3 opponents in 5 matches? Like, you can't make this up. Like, you can't make this up because this card's not even good in Timeless. Like, what does it beat? Nothing. It doesn't beat any of the top tier decks. It doesn't beat Show and Tell. It doesn't beat Energy. It doesn't beat any of the Demir decks. It doesn't beat the Sorin decks. This card is absolutely bad. But for some reason, today, I decided to play this deck. And what do you know? Bunch of Consigned to Memories come out. The thing is, I don't even know how they fit this card into their sideboard. I don't even know. How do they even do that? Like, if it was just Consigned to Memory, I would have been actually happy. But you know what? Not only did they have Consigned to Memory, but they also had Flame of Menors. 3 matches. In 2 months, I've maybe seen 1 Flame of Menor deck. This matchmaking algorithm, you can't make this up. I always say it jokingly, but this is crazy. This is actually crazy. I always say it jokingly, but at the same time, you can't make this up. Well, as for the deck, as you've seen from the energy matchup, it can get a little bit dicey because our main win condition is our Ulamog, but not only that, they have a swords that can just, exile this, but they can go wide so fast that despite the Ulamog being able to attack, you might still lose the game because they have 10 permanents to sacrifice. So maybe in cases such as that, it wouldn't be so bad to have a second win condition. But I decided not to play the Omniscience today because I wanted to abuse the Labyrinth, because I wanted to play with this, which meant that if I do add Omniscience to the deck, it actually makes the Ugin's Labyrinth bad because this has to exile a colorless card. So I wanted to run with this list to see how it does. Maybe I can have like Omniscience in the sideboard potentially to win the game. Like Omniscience plus a Karn could be a win condition and have like something like an Aetherflux Reservoir. Maybe that's something I can do in the future. But we won with the channel today. This is a channel. We won with Godpharaoh's Gift. We won with just straight up attacking with the Emrakul with the Shifting Woodland. We also won with the Breaker of Creation as well with the Shifting Woodland. I'm actually kind of happy that we won in so many different ways today. But like I said, against like top tier decks like Energy, for example, or even Show and Tell, it can be a little bit tough. I think I did get a little bit lucky against the Show and Tell deck. So there was that. And maybe instead of like 4 cups of Veil of Summer, maybe I want Pithing Needle. Because like although the Disruptor Flute is really good against Show and Tell, against everything else, Pithing Needle is a little bit better because it's a 1 and a card. Like maybe instead of a Veil of Summer, since I'm bringing in a Veil of Summer instead of a Chalice of the Void sometimes, and the 3 Veil of Summers actually lines up pretty well with getting rid of a cash grab. So maybe I go Veil of Summer and then add a Pithing Needle. So yeah, maybe I'll try something like this, and I think I'm gonna call it here. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye bye.